What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for Geeks and Gamers Daily. We're both wearing our Praise Ra shirts for our man Cole Hauser. We promised him we wear them. We got him on. Praise Ra, which does mean a real American hero, not just what a Chinese Muslim sounds like. That was the meme that was born from Cole Hauser one day. Praise Ra. But shout out to our man Cole Hauser. I think there's stuff on the back too.
Yeah, Yo Joe. American flag, 199. Good stuff. And he's probably not on to watch because he's in a train traveling back to Canada.
Bro, a 27-hour train ride.
17 hours. I think this morning he took the train and he got stuck in Washington, D.C. And now he's heading on.
How do you get stuck? What do you mean you just got stuck?
I don't know. It was just like a quick message that he sent. And I was like, okay. I don't really need all the details, just like, just let me know you're safe. I don't care how it happens. Oh, there he is. Says I'm here. There you go.
There he is. What's up? There's our man. Our man.
Got your shirts on, man.
Shout out to our boy Cole Hauser. But yes, we're back. We're back, Jay. And I saw somebody in the locals chat earlier. Tree Bear said, Jeremy missed my super chat on CobraCast yesterday. What a fig. Not surprising. Jeremy's very bad about those things. He needs other people to like keep track of the super chats for him.
I have never had a super chat tracker. I mean, I don't get as many probably as he does, but still.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we're not getting we're not up on this freaking leaderboard, playboard and everything. So I guess I don't need, I don't need a million people keeping track of it for me, I guess, either.
The real question is, are we on Sports Wars again?
We're on Geeks and Gamers for Rumble. I apologized to Rumble yesterday. I accidentally went live over on Sports Wars. I don't even know how that happened, but, case of the Mondays, long MegaCon weekend. You know how it goes, Jay.
I know how it goes. Starting to get back at it, though. I got to cut the grass. Horrible,
so yesterday, I had some stuff to do, like, actually around the house. I felt like I hadn't been at my place in 5 days. Like, I basically was just here to sleep and then was out doing stuff for MegaCon weekend. And I didn't feel like I slept. So I went to bed a little bit earlier than normal. Try to catch up on a little bit of sleep. Kind of a chill day. I needed one. I needed a chill day. We're getting old, bro. I mean,
I'm way ahead of you, man. So what are you talking? And I played freaking golf. I'm feeling it. Like, oh, my forearms, man.
It's weird. Like, when you never play and you go out and play, you're like, God, all these fucking muscles that I never use.
Yeah, never use. Where's that? I sit in my chair muscle. How come that ain't working out? It's probably called a gut. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't have it. My house is destroyed. I've got all these packages and gifts, stuff I haven't picked up. It's starting to look like your office a little bit. Look, I got all this crap right here. Like, I'm supposed to be mailing out patches to people. All kinds of stuff. It's everywhere.
It looks clean behind you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's back there, but yeah, it's like there's some stuff back there. So
it's kind of wild that you have such cool shit in your fucking background and you use the dumbass AI fucking green screen. Like, you got all these fucking things. You got actual video game systems back there. You got all these fucking collectibles, and you have a fucking AI picture of what it kind of looks like.
I should probably change that, right? You know what? I don't like the paint. I got to repaint the. I don't like the paint back there.
The same fucking color as mine.
It's called Renter's Beige. I think that's what it's called.
Grayish.
Grayish, yeah. Prison Rentals house. So that's it.
No, yeah, I'm getting ready to just a short move, not that far away. But yeah, I'm getting ready for that in the next week or so. So I'm fucking packing shit up. I already took a couple things down and packed them away. So over the next week, you guys are probably going to see this shrink down to a little bit minimalistic background. And then it's probably going to be a fucking nightmare for a few days before I get the next one set up. But You know,
man, I'm getting roasted in the chat for covering that T2 arcade. All right, maybe tomorrow we'll go no green screen. I'll turn them all on. They all work. We'll turn them all on and see what it looks like. I even got like stools and stuff for it. So yeah.
Moving to Bree. Well, she's coming down here, but she just wanted a little more space, you know. So that's why.
Yeah, look at that. See, I'm ready to clean.
Fucking vacuum.
And right next to the ninja sword. Right. It's all kinds of stuff. You know. There you go. That's an easy clean. All right.
Well, the first super chat that came in on this stream, I'm sure Rabid One thinks I'll forget, but I'm not Jeremy, says, Jared me wears Crocs so he can wash off his cousin's cooter juice off his feet.
Whoa. It's a lot to take in.
I just be wearing waterproof boots at that point. And then Rabid One dropped 10 gifted memberships. 10 gifted memberships from Rabid One. Thank you, Rabid One.
Rabid One also just sent a super chat about like your photos. What is this? Ryan, hang your pictures correctly this move. What? Do you not hang your pictures correctly? Isn't it just camera angles?
Yeah, people don't understand perspective, which is a common theme online, to be honest with you. But we're talking about actual perspective. No. The RK Outpost and the Batman fucking Joker thing, if I put a level on it, it will show you it is level. But because it's in a corner, because of the fucking angle of the camera and everything else, it looks like it's slanted. But no, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, Ryan is cool and chill. Go listen to, but the other guy annoys the crap out of me, and his laugh is like Jesus. All right.
What is G? Wait.
I don't know.
So do you annoy him, but your laugh is like Jesus?
Annoy him. My laugh.
Jesus historically in the Gospels had a super fucking annoying laugh. That's really why Judas did what he did. It's just because of how annoying Jesus is.
I can't deal with it. Yeah. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. Everyone know, the shortest verse in the Bible. Jesus laughed.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere in the 68th book.
It was one of those that didn't make the final.
Yeah, it didn't make the cut.
Jesus actually laughs like Kawhi Leonard. Maybe that's what happened.
That'd be the biggest troll ever, man. Oh, man.
I feel like Jesus probably had a great laugh.
Oh, man, he laughed all the time.
Yeah.
I can't stand, not to be religious, I can't stand when they paint a picture of Christ where he's always like miserable and angry and like he looks sad and he's crying all the time. It's not. I think it was very happy.
Well, I think, and I don't think we're going to make this a Bible study, but it's because specifically we pay so much attention to those final days leading up to Christ's death and all of those things, and despite him being very willing to do it and all the reasons why, you have to imagine that was a little bit of a melancholy time for him. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
So, and that's usually what we get images of is immediately before those things, as opposed to, I don't know, him just hanging out with his bros and chilling.
Catching some fish.
Yeah, he is playing Fortnite.
Jesus was cracking jokes on those people that just didn't make it in the Bible. That's all I'm saying. I think so.
Yeah, probably not. They wanted a serious tone. Stephen De Leon for 2. What a bunch of figs. Thank you, Stephen. There's our man Cole Hauser. Andre CR, nice shirts. You guys look gayer than normal today.
What are you wearing around your neck? What is that symbol?
Oh.
Not you. I'm talking about Andre.
I don't know.
Some kind of pyramid square. There you go.
I don't know. Rabid One. Cole isn't on a train. He's running a train. 27 hours. God, I'd be tired as fuck. 27 minutes. It's fucking too long, bro. Jesus. A small village's last loaf of bread for $1.99. Just a couple dudes being bros.
I hate that. I hate that term. I hate that term. That's dudes a Dave Filoni term. You know that, right?
What? Dude, just a couple dudes being bros?
When he hangs out with people, he's like, yeah, it's just a couple dudes being bros.
That's how he convinces people to have sex with him? Like, It's just a couple dudes being bros. Bros always do this for each other.
Can't stand that phrase.
Bruce Flash for $5. My Praise Our Raw shirt is in the wash. Cole Hauser hooked us all up. Yeah, Cole brought a bunch of them to give to people. It was awesome. It was awesome. Daniel Cortez for Hot J. My kid absolutely loves AC Green. She also doesn't want me to stop reading it to her before bed. Also, suck it, Navy. Rah.
And that's amazing. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm so glad people like it. You know, I'm so glad. That's what it's all about. Appreciate it, man.
That's very nice of you to say, Daniel. Also, go fuck yourself. Chef Nick Nero for 2J. If you go on Cobra Cast, you can have trifecta.
I could, yeah. That's a lot of streams, man. Whew.
Taker for $5. Ryan, it wasn't for lack of trying, but the Eagles jumped out to such a big early lead. It was just too big to rig, as some would say. That's what people who have been coping about it all year long and running with false narratives and bullshit say. These are the same people that said they're boycotting the Super Bowl. It turns out it was probably the most viewed Super Bowl in history of all time, despite the fact that it wasn't actually that competitive of a game. People have just been wrong about that entire conspiracy because they couldn't stand the Chiefs, and a handful of accounts and influencers and even people who just thought it would be popular to say said it, but the vast majority of people don't actually believe that, and that is what was so indicative of this entire thing, including when I made these videos thinking that I was going to get massive pushback and didn't. Like a fucking 93% like ratio when I basically said anybody who thinks it's rigged is fucking gay and retarded.
Yeah, just be a couple of dudes being bros. You don't have to think stuff like that.
Yeah, and I like all of those same narratives were literally what people were saying about the fucking Patriots 10 years ago. Just because people don't like it when people win, and you hate people that are winning. It is what
because
it is.
It's not you that's doing the winning. It's usually what happens.
Pretty much. Stephen McBride is Meta's Super Bowl ad. Who's hotter, Chris Pratt or Chris Hemsworth?
I'm gonna go with the American on this one.
I'm not going to make a statement about those two dudes. Whether I think they're attractive enough. I'll allow that for Jay.
They're just a couple of dudes being Sorry. I freaking hate that little saying.
Thoughts on fitness with Nige? Remember, for 20 months. Getting old. Behave yourselves.
Yeah, man. Live your life. You only got one. Yeah. Just be a couple of sorry. People are not tuning in because of that.
My Dixie wrecked for 2 autographs. Jay's was best. Ryan's needs work. Well, hold on, my Dixie wrecked. Aren't you? I think I fucking signed your shit first. And because you were probably so you maybe you were drinking or something, you wiped it off. You didn't let it dry. You just like wiped it off, and I had to re-sign it. Wasn't that you? I swear to God, that was my Dixie wrecked.
I think so, yeah.
But I think
I have a double signature. I write like J, and then I spell out drunk 3PO. Ryan just got the whole, he's got the name thing on there.
I have a beautiful signature.
Yeah. I think the worst autograph is Eric July. It's like just like a big swoosh.
Jeremy's is fucking trash.
Yeah, I take it back. Jeremy's is Alabama hand job all over it. That's exactly what that is.
Here's a good one.
It kind of shakes when he writes too. I don't know what Jeremy's doing there.
Diz the Jizz. He's got Parkinson's or something. Diz the Jizz brought a Beyonce fucking thing for me to sign. This is Jeremy's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one. His marker literally sucks massive black cock. Like marker's trash. There's mine. I don't know why he wanted me to sign Beyonce stuff, but I did. Put it in front of me. I probably will. But I think it looks good.
I didn't even get to sign that one, but I did meet Diz. He had me sign something else. I'm not sure. There you go.
God, I don't try to wipe Jeremy's off. That looks terrible.
He had Parkinson's. He was a little shaky with that. Yeah, I mean, he writes like this. You ever see it? So he signs it like this, or maybe it's just a one finger through. It's really
one of those
odd.
weirdos.
Yeah, yeah. So when he signs, it's just.
Is he one of the
like,
people that holds silverware like he's in fucking prison?
I don't watch, but yeah.
I don't know how many times I've seen Jeremy be forced to use silverware. Usually
that's why he eats a lot of stuff that he didn't have to, like chicken strips, hamburgers, French fries, stuff like that. But yeah, the first time I saw him sign, I was like, "What are you doing, man?" He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, okay, but whatever works.
We got a $50 super chat. $50 from Mike Soros, who's going to make an appearance in the new Jurassic World movie. Impossible challenge. Say one nice thing about Kathleen Kennedy's handling of the Star Wars brand.
A nice thing?
I mean, look, the promotion that was generated for The Force Awakens was unbelievable. The hype that people had for The Force Awakens was unbelievable. A lot of that was due to the marketing involved. A lot of it was due to the utilization of all these other brands that Disney owns. So when you look at it, 100% from that perspective, when Star Wars was back in theaters for the first time in a decade, they knocked it out of the park from a marketing promotional perspective. And it was so much so that people ignored how bad The Force Awakens was, and it made $2 billion fucking dollars.
So the nice thing I could say is I probably wouldn't have met all these amazing people if it wasn't for her.
That's such a fucking cop-out answer. This man spent $50. Well, it's Canadian dollars, but not real money. This man spent $50 to get a real answer out of you, Jay.
Yeah. I did like the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One. Thought that was cool.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah. Well,
it's cool from the perspective of, wow, that's a cool fucking clip. Right? Like that's a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
clip.
It was like
if I saw a YouTube video that somebody made of that, be like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense in the story. You know what I mean? But like, because I know the next time I see Darth Vader on screen, like 45 minutes later, he's gonna be like, right. So that's a little strange. Also, I know that as cool as it fucking looks, him grabbing people, shaking them around, boom, 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 ceiling, floor, ceiling, all this cool shit. Are you really that retarded, Lord Vader, that you wouldn't just grab the guy with the plans or just physically force grab the plans themselves, rip them away back to you? And so it makes for a cool moment, but overall, it doesn't really make sense to see that play out. And
she also made me a lot of money.
I think people need to stop being so tricked by cool little moments like that and instead be focusing on overall, what does this do for a story?
Yeah, she made me a lot of money. That was nice.
There you go.
So thank you for that.
Well, I mean, speaking of, you know what hasn't made a lot of money, Jay? Galaxy's Edge for Star Wars has probably not been the money maker or the munner maker that they expected it to be. When they announced, hey guys, we're doing a Star Wars land, I think a lot of people had pretty high expectations because of how cool that could be. Instead, you're just surrounded by a bunch of rocks, surrounded by music that doesn't sound like Star Wars, characters that nobody really knows or cares about in Star Wars, and you are stuck in the worst era you could possibly be, right between The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. But it looks like they're continuing to realize how big of a mistake that was.
Yeah, exactly. This is the stupidest thing you could possibly do, is build a Star Wars land theme park and say, hey, we're going to have fun and put it in a particular timeline. So you only get to see Rey and Kylo Ren walking around. So if you didn't know, it was the timeline right after The Last Jedi into The Rise of Skywalker. So any character that was alive during that, that's it. That's all you're going to see in the Star Wars land. Well, 6 years later, they posted this just the other day. It looks like they're finally going to bring in. I probably should turn the music down.
Looks like it actually sounds like Star Wars music. Weird.
It's like, it looks like they're finally going to bring in Luke Skywalker. But I'm just saying, when you pause it here, it looks like a woman. All right, that's all I'm saying. I know it's his outfit.
I know
probably,
it's it probably
face.
is just the outfit because of the like how it's like tucked up there with the belt and everything. But it does look like he's about to lean over with a C cup or something right there. That is what it looks like.
And I asked a friend of ours that worked on the Star Cruiser Hotel, and I said, "Do you really think they're going to bring Luke Skywalker, or is that something else?" He goes, "It wouldn't surprise me if they start putting Rey out there in Master Jedi clothing for people to see." And I was like, "There's no freaking way that this is going to be Rey in a Master Jedi. Like, there's no way they're that stupid." So he's like, "I doubt it," but he's like, "You might see that in the future." Right at this angle, it looks like a girl or maybe a young Mark Hamill. I don't know, but so they made this announcement.
Look, it definitely looks. That's one screenshot. It looks like a chick's profile. Yeah. But if I was wearing something loose fitting or whatever, maybe there's a way that I could lean over to might look like that for a second. But God, if they bring out a fucking chick to play Luke Skywalker, God, it's gonna be crazy. I don't think they will though. But maybe that's giving them too much benefit of the doubt.
I don't think they will, but you never know with what they're doing. You never know. So anyway, all that was to announce their new Star Wars event that's only happening in the California Galaxy's Edge. No love over here in the Orlando Galaxy's Edge because they gave us the Star Cruiser Hotel that nobody wanted to go to and they had to shut it down. So I guess the Orlando park is being punished. The Orlando park is still under the timeline guide. I don't know why. Every now and then they bring out Mando and Baby Yoda, but they stick him way out in the corner so he doesn't interfere with like first order troopers or whatever. It's really stupid. So they're going to have an all new Season of the Force experience March 28th with a Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker saga. Rey is part of the Skywalker saga, so I'm just saying. So they're going to show like a little movie there and some special fireworks are going to return. They did see this. It says there are rumors there might be the legendary Luke Skywalker. Okay, so that's what they haven't even made it official that it's Luke Skywalker. It says there's probably rumors. There's going to be a shadowy visitor walking around. But here's the thing. You only get to see him if for some people were saying you only get to see him if you buy the special extended night ticket. So you got to buy an extra ticket. I don't know if those are true yet. I'm still working on the details. They might be like, people might be so upset. They're like, wait, I got to buy an after hours ticket just to meet Luke Skywalker. So I got to pay even more money just to meet Luke. They could change that on the fly. So I don't know how that's going to work. So they've got the fireworks show. But what I really want Ryan to see coming up, they changed some of the rides to make it look like the Falcon Run going into light speed. That is part of Space Mountain. I've never seen that. I've never been to the California park. They've introduced a whole bunch of new merch for the event. You know, we've got Daddy Vader over here. The fanny pack is coming back with Star Wars on it. Boba Fett stuff. Bro, and
look, there are girls out there who will wear Daddy Vader shirts. The fact that the dude's wearing that fucking picture is just so on brand for Disney. Like, so there are women out there who will fucking wear that shit. But any dude that does it, just go hop off the tallest peak on Batu.
And this is interesting. So if you ever went to Savvy's workshop in Galaxy's Edge, it's a few $100 experience where you build a lightsaber and then Yoda shows up via video or just voice. And you get sworn in, into Star Wars. Well, they're changing that up now to a bunch of pirates. It looks like they're leaning into Skeleton Crew. A bunch of pirates found a bunch of lightsaber parts, and it's up to you to put it together. so you can have your own lightsaber. That'll cost you a few $100 extra just to go in there and do that. Then we have this. I know Ryan wants that Wookiee cookie. So we have some of the different foods. They changed the, this has been around only in Disneyland. This is the green milk experience, and they added, you know, some other stuff to it to make it a little spicy, you know, a little jalapeno, a little pineapple. That's the green milk. I don't know what this is. This is some kind of pineapple juice and coconut milk and lime juice. The Pico Punch, that says Star Wars all over it. The Wookiee cookie, and this is some kind of chicken. So this is the food that they're having on selected nights for Star Wars. I could just see your face for Star Wars.
I mean, the Wookiee cookie, I might eat that, you know, Wookiee cookie. What kind of cookie? That's the only thing that
kind of looks like Star Wars, right?
What kind of cookie is it?
Wookiee cookie.
Just scroll down. I want to see.
Yeah, the Wookiee cookie. It doesn't even say what it is. It just says available at the Grand Floridian.
Probably oatmeal. Probably oatmeal.
They also dropped a brand new popcorn bucket because those are very popular. And finally, you can get a Darth Vader premium mug with your choice of fountain beverage or bottled water. You can only buy 10 per person. Apparently, they have a lot of people that will buy 100 of them and resell them on eBay. So they're limiting. Could you imagine seeing somebody walking out with 10 of those things? That they're going to put that on eBay. So that's all happening April 8th through May 6th, only on that is happening. That's the after party. That is happening between March 28th through May 11th, only in Disneyland, California. Luke Skywalker, if you want to meet him.
And they're running it through their essentially fake Star Wars Day, May the 4th stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, it makes sense.
If you want to spend more money, they have the after hours experience, which is an extra ticket, that's what I saw earlier. After hours party packed with galactic fun on selected nights, April 8th through May 6th, only at Disneyland Park. Tickets are now available to purchase online. It's probably about close to $200 to get that. So you get an extra 3 hours extra at night at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. Look, I mean, some of those things, whatever, are going to be more interesting to other people than others. What I think is most interesting, like we've talked about so much, is like their entire plan for Galaxy's Edge was such a massive failure.
Huge.
You know, the idea that everybody would want to come in this place surrounded by characters that they don't give a fuck about, that none of it would work. And slowly they've had to start bringing in, oh, hey, look, Mandalorian and Grogu walking around, whatever. And finally, you know, 8 years into this experiment, you're finally putting Luke fucking Skywalker into a theme park that people would have wanted to see him the entire time.
Yeah,
you missed out on so much. You made a Star Wars land that doesn't feel like Star Wars, and finally you're realizing it's a failure. You have to slowly bring them back. But God, you've done so much damage to these characters. What does it matter?
Well, and you're absolutely correct. It was like when this thing was starting to open and the word got out that there'd be no Luke, Vader, Han. They're like, why is the Falcon in there? And to have it completely changed to it's only going to be the Disney created characters that you're going to visit. And you're just kind of like, that makes zero sense. No other IP that they have in that park does something like that. It makes zero sense. And with all the gender swapping they've done with other characters, why not make Luke Skywalker a woman? You know, you made some of the princesses men. Why not do the same the other way and just see how the people will react? And the other thing too is they were so dead set. Their big game plan was that freaking hotel. That was the end game for them. So they're going to make a park. You only have a certain amount of characters. They want people to feel immersed into Star Wars. Like, hey, we're at a certain time period. You couldn't talk about Darth Vader. Couldn't talk about prequel stuff. Couldn't talk about, they didn't sell any of those characters in the park, in that section. And they thought the big thing would be the hotel. People are paying $6,000, you know, to do the hotel. They want to feel immersive when they get dropped off into Galaxy's Edge, like they're actually living out their Star Wars adventure. And they found out right away that $1 billion investment failed in less than a year. That people like this makes no sense. Rey is not the character draw that I guess they still think that she is. Apparently, it just doesn't work. And just like you said, like people wanted to go and take pictures with Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. I'm sure people wanted to see some prequel stuff, and there was no reason why they couldn't dump all that stuff into their land, where people could enjoy the different Star Wars times that they like. But they didn't, and so now they're paying the price, and now they're hoping that Luke Skywalker would be the big draw to bring people back. But I don't know. Listen, on a totally different theme park thing that's going on with Disney, the Wall Street Journal. This has nothing to do with anything you want to say on Star Wars before I get into this. No.
Disney Star Wars dead and gay.
There you go.
And I don't actually think it's a woman. I think it's probably just the weird angle that it looked at. But if it is, bro.
Well, I'll be. Someone's got to fly me there to get video of that.
It will be insane if they do that. It will be absolutely insane. And it would kind of negate the entire point of them bringing him in anyway. So I don't think that's happening, but holy fuck. Just for the stories, I hope it happens.
So during the earnings call, Bob Iger was saying that the theme park, they weren't doing as well as they wanted to do for their theme parks financially, and they blamed it on hurricane stuff, right?
Yeah, they said we missed out on a couple days because of these hurricanes and stuff like that, right? In the earnings
the Wall Street Journal put out a piece on the theme park saying, I don't know what Disney's doing, but it costs too much, and they better be worried because people are going to get to the point where they just can't afford it. They just don't want to go anymore because it's just way too expensive. So the Disney park team freaked out and they released a statement about all that. So this is it. This is it here. This is the statement. Disney shared a post titled "Disney offers everything you need to know" that outlines the current offers for Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort. So he's like, yeah, we know that in these inflammatory times,
in inflationary times.
Inflationary times. Sorry, I read it
because
wrong
of inflation. That's why, people don't want to come.
I pulled a Beardo. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
So they released this statement about everything you need to know. Basically, they're trying to let people know that, hey, we didn't really raise the ticket prices that much. All right. And there's still a couple days where you can get a $50 kids ticket. So we're trying to do the best that we can do for people that are on a budget. Yeah, I know I'm getting roasted in the chat. It's okay. I was trying to make a point, but it is what it is. I deserve it. It says the number one thing we're hearing from millions of guests who visit the parks each year is how much a Disney vacation means to them. And we intentionally offer a wide variety of ticket, hotel, and dining options to welcome families. So whatever their budget is. So we got a price for you. They're trying to put stuff out saying, hey, listen, Disneyland since 2019, we still have the lowest price ticket. That is correct. They do offer a ticket that is really low, but it's only for a few days out of the year. So they could advertise that saying, you can come here for $100, but you got to come on these like 3 days.
It's like, hey, on January 27th, a Wednesday, here's our $50 ticket. Yeah.
Right. Now, the Orlando park's completely different. They've just jacked everything way up, and then they're trying to say, they keep using this. We want you to make memories with your family. We want you to make memories. Of course, they've got the Mandalorian and Galaxy's Edge in there of all things. And he's like, hey, we understand that there's pressures for families and, we're trying to do our best. All right. So that was their big comeback as far as Disney parks go. Well, yesterday, people paid all this money to go visit the Magic Kingdom. Yesterday, Disney World has one of the biggest power outages ever in their theme park, and tons of their rides closed down. And this is Newsweek. They talk about it, that it was like, we don't understand what happened. Power out.
They're perfectly fine. There was nothing crazy. Like, we get it. Storms can happen, things like that.
Yeah.
But no, this is just out of the blue. There's something like 95% of the rides didn't have power. And this is on the same day where, the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts, I'm coming to Disney World, did all that stuff. So they had a big thing going, and it was like everything shut down, right?
Yeah. So here was the list of like I said, people are paying, like they're going into debt doing this. Sorry for all the ads. I can't help it. These are all the attractions that were closed at the Magic Kingdom for the entire day. All right, so you've got roller coasters, Bud Lightyear, country.
Jay, 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 can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh, did I get muted? Let's do
yeah,
this
you
again.
did.
Man, I'm really like doing great over here, aren't I?
Just
Right?
start over with
These are the list of rides that were shut down. Did you mute me on purpose or what?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. The Barnstormer roller coaster, Buzz Lightyear, Country Bear Jamboree, Dumbo, It's a Small World, the Magic Carpets, Peter Pan, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Seven Dwarf Mine Train, Space Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Tomorrowland Speedway, the Little Mermaid ride, the Carousel of Progress, the Tiki Room. There was only a few. These were the only ones that were open. Tron. This is a movie, by the way. The Monsters Laugh Floor is just a movie comedy. The People Movers ride, the Haunted Mansion, and the Jungle Cruise. That's all the people had to do when they showed up there after paying all that money. People were asking if they were going to get a refund or anything, and there has been no reports of Disney saying we'll change or help you out. More than likely, it's not going to happen. They're not going to get a refund for showing up at a park that had no rides working, because they're saying that there was a unique power outage at the park when everything went down. Now, you got to give it to some like cast members, I guess.
They went the extra mile. I saw some of this.
These kids, apparently this family came from so far and they only had one day at Magic Kingdom. So the cast members taped a fake boat and they reenacted the entire ride of Pirates of the Caribbean so the kids could, I guess, have some kind of enjoyment while they were there. So,
and that is really cool, right? And as much as look, I haven't gone to Disney in a very, very long time. I really don't have too much interest to go to a Disney theme park, and I think a lot of what they've done in the business practices lately have been absolutely terrible decisions they're making. But there's a lot of cast and crew that do care about what they're doing and want to make people have a good time. And at least they were trying to do something while their own company, had no answers.
I mean, they even brought out cornhole. So you pay $200 a person to get in. And you're like, there's nothing to do here but buy some food and maybe play some cornhole. Yeah, I said this a million times. Is most of the cast members are the only Magic left in the park. So after all that being said, I don't know what happened. They've reached out for an official statement, and all they keep saying was we had a unique power outage. But
there was something
no one's getting their money back as far as today goes. Maybe they change it maybe enough people call. I don't know.
There was some report of a problem with their like compressed air systems, and maybe that was one of the things that contributed to it. I don't know. To me, everything I've heard, I even saw somebody post about it the other day. It's so hard to go on some of these rides with the lightning lane stuff, or with the, hey, you have to get in the queue at this certain time or you're not going to ride. And I don't think a lot of people understand those things that are just coming for an actual vacation instead of everyday theme park goers. And it's a mess. It's not easy.
It's terrible.
Universal has made it very easy.
All day. And then on top of all that, on top of being called out of being too expensive, Disney Parks coming out saying, hey, we're going to do our best to help you guys. On top of all that, their main theme park gets shut down because of power issues. They just announced a price hike in their Disney Vacation Club. Also in this article is a price hike in their lightning lanes and 2 other future things. It's like, can you read the room, man, and maybe wait a month? But I don't know. There we are. It's like, let's make it more expensive after we came out and said, oh, we're going to do our best to help you guys on a budget. So there you go.
Just go on this one day. Every poor person go on this one day. $50 ticket, we promise.
That's the day I'm going to go. So I'm here with all the poors.
My people.
Park hopping with the poors.
My people. But yeah, look, we spent a lot of time at Universal.
I know.
I like Universal. I spent a lot of time there this weekend. I could probably go a couple weeks before I go back, but it's fun, man. And Epic Universe, everyone's really, really excited for Epic
100
Universe.
days. It opens in 100 days. So I'm just saying that Disney parks don't get their stuff together. Like they will. I mean, that if you look at the financials, it's the theme parks, and I guess now Hulu is the only thing that's keeping that, that's bringing in a lot of money for that company. So there you have it.
You and Krista need to start a new show on Park Hoppin' called Park Hoppin' for Pores. Little
well,
things.
Honestly, the truth is,
look, you can sneak your own ketchup into there. So I don't fucking know.
Whatever. The thing is like we try to do like tips to save people a lot of money, because there's a lot of, like, if you know like where to park and how to do things, you could save hundreds of dollars easy. So we try to make sure we like let people know that all the time and what to do, and
the only tip I know for Disney parks is where to park at the parking structure if you want to go to Disney Springs. Yeah, it's not really a theme park thing.
No,
that's the only thing I know. That's the only thing I know. That's the only tip.
Parking with pores. I love it.
Park hopping for pores. Be like, look, you can sneak alcohol in like this. You don't have to pay for it. Maybe we can do that.
So in that whole thing, I misread one word and my mic went out. Perfect.
It was actually probably better that the mic went out and you got to restart, because you actually did mispronounce a couple of those rides initially as well.
Oh,
so that can get cut out in the edit.
I get nervous. That's all. You get nervous around Ryan.
You just went you went quiet, but you were still going. I didn't know if it was me or you, but yeah, it was like 20 seconds.
Maybe I need a new Rogue mic. I dropped this thing a few times.
I can do it. Mo Zamboni for 2. Meetup rocked. Was on the struggle bus yesterday, though. I'm sure a lot of people were struggle bussing it up over the past few days. A lot of walking, a lot of drinking, a lot of standing, a lot of meeting, a lot of talking, a lot of yelling. In some cases, a lot of dancing. But yeah.
A lot of something going on.
A lot of something going on. Over on the Rumble side, General Duality for $1. Jeremy signs with a crayon. Alex McCarthy, RK3PO is Takeover, the S tier of G&G. Well, thank you, Alex. We won't be taking over tomorrow. At least that's not the plan. Joey Bag of Donuts for 5. The shows are always better when the fig is replaced by Jay. Hail, boys.
Thank you. I laugh like Jesus, apparently.
Cole Hauser. Praise Arad Day. Thanks. It's 27 hours. Just got to New York. That is a long-ass fucking train ride, man. That's a long-ass train ride, no lie. But hopefully you get home safe, Cole Hauser. Andre CR, it's an EMF blocker from Aries Tech.
Ah, okay.
He's blocking all of that shit, Jay.
Good for you.
Cozy EXP. Sup, guys? Hope you have a chill rest of your day. Also, Jay, your books are sleek. Open them up on Sunday. Looking forward to chatting with you again.
Oh, thank you. I hope you guys enjoy them. Cozy EXP is a vlogging channel. So they actually do a lot of tips for like Southwest. I believe that's it. It's one of the airlines, but I think it was Southwestern. So
I always fly Southwest. I'll have to
great channel.
Wake up early to check in.
Yeah, you gotta get that A zone,
Yeah. Joey Bag of Donuts. In Filoni's case, it's just a couple of dudes fucking dogs. Thank you. Bullet Shepherd for 5. Jay, would you enlighten me on what an Alabama hand job is? I'm pretty sure it's just a normal hand job, but it's from your cousin.
But your like fingers kind of like off, so it's like that.
Alabama.
And then they end up writing the same way. There you go.
Dr. K. What's up, Dr. K? We met her. She's freaking awesome, actually. RK signed an FN shirt. I missed Jeremy and a few others. Oops. We'll shadowbox it and hang with my signed albums. Thanks, y'all. I don't know if it belongs up there But thank you, Dr. K. That's really cool. That's really cool. Nice meeting you too. Stephen De Leon for 2. Thoughts on SC38 Reimagine? It's cool. It's cool. It's cool to watch it. You know what he's talking about, Jay?
The old Obi-Wan Vader, where they like made it a little more action-packed. Yeah. Yeah, it was neat. It was a fun fan thing.
The King Darth Dave for 5. I thank you both for signing Muppet Arudai. Jeremy's signature is as gay as he is. Clouded Sycamore, who is still not changed his basic ass name, becomes a YouTube member. Thank you, Clouded Sycamore. Christopher White for $5. Ryan fucking nailed the problem with the Vader scene in Rogue One. Thank you. Yeah, I sometimes people are too obsessed with this is cool and not what is the story. And to be honest, there's a lot of those people out there. There's a lot of people who they would rather just have this is cool, like little clips of this is cool, rather than actually have a cohesive story. But yeah, I think maybe hopefully sometime some of those people will wake up. Golden Nuggets for £2. Nice tits, Luke. McCock, Ryan doesn't want to grow old. I'm the same way. When I turn 30, I'm game overing myself. I'm 26. Hey, enjoy the 4 years of Trump, McCock.
Yeah, enjoy it in your 20s.
Justin Barton couldn't make the meetup. The wife did, and Ryan hit on her. Made me very proud. Got both books. Jay helped a starving artist. Love you guys. Did I hit on your wife, Justin? Hey, that's your wife. I probably did. So, if she was there by herself, you never know. But yes, thank you, Justin, for the super chat. I'm sorry you couldn't be there. But I'm glad your wife was.
Helped a starving artist. You're welcome.
Well, I don't know if I would call Jay starving, but oh wait, Jay helped a starving.
Yeah, I think Ryan just hit me with a fat joke, man. I just caught I didn't catch no stray. He hit me right between the eyes with that one. Dang.
All right, that's my bad. That was my bad. But thank you, Justin. Green-haired anti-liberal for $10. Jay, as I predicted, my niece loved ACG and immediately asked my sis for the next one. She used to hate reading, and my sis is so thankful for you to write into these because she's asking for more books now.
Fantastic, man. The third one is almost ready to get to the artist, so that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for letting me know. That means a lot to me. It really does. I'm glad people are enjoying the books. So that's fantastic. That's very cool. That's the audience it was made for. So if they love it, then that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
Very cool. Rabid one. Wookie Cookie. Why are you throwing shade at Savvy, Jay?
I'm missing that one. Because it's hairy? That what you're talking about? A bush? Oh, I see.
That could be where he was going with that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You got to that one very quickly. So. Steve Fitch for Canadian 5. Star Wars Land isn't Star Wars without Cara Dune. Yeah, I don't know. Why don't they bring her in there? I don't know. 4 years. It's been like 4 years since that happened, by the way.
Yeah, since she was fired, yeah.
Golden Nuggets, dude. I don't want any part of Kathleen Kennedy's Wookie Cookie.
Respect.
Unknown. With me as Amanda Stenberg. Shit Clown Wars. Thank you, Unknown. Nader's Brick Channel for 2. They should do Darth Beardo's Poop Cookie.
That'd be a big seller.
Might sell about as well. David Cushmore for 10. After the Acolyte series is canceled, what's next for Star Wars? Will there be another Predator movie or Terminator movie? I'm glad the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
They have Andor and some
Mandalorian and Grogu is coming out next year at the theater.
As far as a movie goes, yeah.
So,
but Andor season 2 will be out next month, I think. And I think that's it. And then that's it. That's it.
Ahsoka season 2's in production. I don't know when they expect
that won't
release
be.
time to
Yeah,
be.
that'll be a few years down the road.
Yeah, like
kind of stupid, but whatever.
In theory, if they started that and we're going as fast as they could probably be done with that and like get it out at around the same time Mando movie's coming out. But I think they want a Mando movie to come out first, then Ahsoka season 2.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yellow Flash, that's a woman playing Luke. LOL.
A lot of people think that.
Could be. Sir Hatford, the Chiefs didn't manifest hard enough. Must have been it. Too high strung for 199. Why did inflation let Universal make money?
Exactly.
Well, look, Disney theme parks are still making a fuck ton of money for the company. But it's all about expectations versus what they bring in. Right. And it's all about losing on market share and things like that. And over the past couple of years, there have been a lot more people deciding to not renew their Disney annual passes or not go or whatever, and instead go to Universal. And that makes a difference, especially over time when you're a company that relies so heavily on its theme parks and cruises and things like that. And now with Epic Universe, it is a game changer.
Yeah.
With Epic Universe opening this year. Rabid one for 5. Jado needs to read this.
Inflammation is the representation for the deflation of the Star Wars defecation. Also, Jay has jades. Did I get that right?
I don't know if he actually did misspell something or he wanted you to read it that way, but I don't know.
I read it how it was spelled. A little struggle there on one word. I got a little struggle bus, but I'm all
right. Drew P. Balls for 199. Just dropped in. Mind if we hang out? Thanks. Ryan looking like Ryan McLemore every day.
Every day.
Says Corahin. SBZ for 5. I would like to eat that Wookiee cookie. Sounds like a code for some gay furry action. Mike Zero's source for 10. Looks like Bud Light's former marketing vice president ended up at Disney. Jay, any chance these Disney executives rode your short bus?
Pretty much all of them, yeah. I say.
The Gilk Man returns. What's up, Thomas, for $10? Nice Superman profile.
Look at that. What a cowboy hat.
That's right. Much love. Got my Achromatic Chronicles blue in the mail. Love it. We'll be posting a picture later today. Keep being amazing.
Oh, thank you, man.
Support indie creators.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Angst Kitten for $5. It was awesome to meet Angst Kitten. She's really cool. Hey, it was a blast to meet you two on Saturday. By the way, parking in the Universal Garage ended up being free that night. I was happy, but is that typical? Usually is. Yes. But it all depends on if they have any big events going on or anything like that. So,
It's usually after 6 p.m. they don't charge because they want people to enjoy the nightlife of City Walk.
Yeah, so they want people to do exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
So, but if we had timed it in, it was like, say, horror nights or like whatever.
Yeah, they would.
It could be different based on if they have any big events going on specifically. But usually it's free. But no, it was awesome meeting you, Angst Kitten. Thank you so much for coming. Crazy Clown Town for 5. Jay met me at
FanX in Utah. Yeah.
Oh, FanX. I was one of the first to have blue sign. I should have talked to you longer, but I'm socially awkward.
Yeah, I'm more socially awkward than anybody here. So yeah, please spend as much time as you want. I'll stare at you like I'm paying attention.
I think that is one of the things that people aren't sure about. They're not sure about going to these things or like whatever. And I would just say, if you're questioning about it and you're worried about this or worried about that, just go. You'll find other people. You'll find people there. It'll get you out of your shell. And everybody has a good time.
Yeah, just come up. It's like I'm the biggest retard there. Talk to anybody. If you make Achromatic Chronicles yell about an Asian kid, that'll truly make me happy. Okay.
Could do it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Apocalypsagon for 5. Hey guys, want to say thank you again for your time at the meetup. Ryan, I'm sure one of these days you'll be in my bumper sticker dilemma. bumper sticker dilemma. Oh, was that the one? Are you the guy that wanted the stuff for the back of your truck? Is that what you wanted? Is that you, Apocalypsagon? Youper for $5 says, howdy, y'all. Howdy.
Hi.
Red Bandana Gamer for 2. I never knew Jay was awful at chess.
Hey, listen, I played 2 games and I was interrupted by Nagranol and a few others on purpose. It took me off my game. I lost both games, but it came down to the wire. I made one error. That's all it takes in chess. One crucial error. Good. It was a good time, though.
Mark of Reality for 10. The capable gentleman seemed to be a bit of an Eagles fan, and I'm a Chiefs fan. I admitted to him I hope the Chiefs lose just to get rid of the Swiftie infestation. I don't respect you at all for that, Mark of Reality. I don't care if you got, like, if you're full of the most annoying fans in the world, you still want your team to fucking win. But I gave the capable gentleman so much shit the entire fucking weekend. Every time I saw him, mostly because he kept talking about the Eagles, right? Or he was fucking wearing his Eagles chain or whatever dumb shit. So, of course, I was going to give him a ton of shit for it. And then the game happened. The Eagles are blowing him out. He didn't even want to come watch the game with the rest of the G&G crew because he didn't want me to talk shit to him the whole time.
Yeah.
But finally, he's feeling good. They're up. Jalen Hurts just threw that long touchdown to really put it completely out of reach. And he's like, Jalen Hurts, keep his name out your mouth. Go Birds. And I just came back and started shitting all over Jalen Hurts and how basically any quarterback could do that. He's fucking very mediocre. And I triggered the fuck out of him while his team was up 30 points in the Super Bowl, about to be like the best moment of the year for him. He was on his phone texting me because I'm
surprised he didn't go to the Magic Kingdom to go meet Jalen Hurts.
He could have.
They shipped him right out to Orlando, man, right after the game.
I'm surprised.
As if the lines weren't bad enough. When you have someone like him there, he's got like a whole crew, and they stop the line so he can go right up to the front, and then they set up cameras on the ride because they're filming all that stuff. So, it probably took some time. It probably upset people that were waiting already 2 hours with everything else broke down. Who knows?
I actually saw they had a guy riding right in front of him with a GoPro.
With a GoPro on the back of his helmet.
It's like a good idea. It's like a really good idea, actually, for filming the ride stuff. But, we do have another Star Wars story today, Jay. Talked some about Star Wars earlier. Talked about some of the theme parks. We even talked about what Star Wars has on tap. And yes, we know Andor Season 2 is coming out at some point this year. Mandalorian and Grogu at some point next year. But you know what? We have no idea about when we're going to see the Rey movie. The Rey movie starring Daisey Ridley, returning to Star Wars, returning to Lucasfilm, directed by the activist freak Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, who has absolutely no business directing a movie like this. And as much as a million times over, every person has tried to say, oh, it's canceled, it's canceled, it's canceled. I at least have said for a while that I think they're going to do everything they can, everything in their power to make this movie happen. They recently hired a 4th writer for this project. And now Daisey Ridley's out there trying to tell people how she feels about it and how confident she is that they're going to give Star Wars fans something that they don't want, which is a Rey story. I certainly have been very involved. Daisey Ridley reveals her hands-on approach to her new Star Wars movie. I love it when you need 2 people to write one article. Daisey Ridley may have gotten her start acting in the early 2010s with small roles in various shorts and TV shows, but it wasn't until 2015 she stepped in the role that would change her forever. Yes, we know, blah, 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 blah.
Is that Maggie Lovett?
Yes, it is Maggie Lovett. Right.
Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Adam Blevins and Maggie Lovett combined, their powers combined, made this article. During a recent interview with Collider's Maggie Lovett to promote her upcoming movie Cleaner, Ridley spoke about her involvement being the camera or behind the camera as a potential producer in her upcoming Star Wars flick, as well as how things are different this time around. I don't know that I'd be a producer on it, but I certainly have been very involved. I'm involved in, well, not very involved, but I'm involved in as much as I know what's going on. I know the story. I know what's going on with the script, so I'm aware of all of that. And I think what's been really wonderful the last few years is being more involved from the start to the finish, really coming to set, knowing this is the absolute best way we can tell these stories. These are the best actors for the job. This is the best crew for the job. Having that confidence is so lovely. They don't even have a fucking script yet.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like I didn't have it before, but I'm much more cognizant of it now. So in that way, I'm looking forward to turning up, really knowing the ins and outs of what the journey has been. And we're arriving at the absolute best place to tell this story. And she did confirm as well, they do not have like a final script from this new writer. They do not have that yet. She says she knows what the story is and what they're trying to do, but they don't actually have a final script. I think I've always said, if I was a betting man, I think we will see it at some point in time. I think they're that committed to making the Rey movie happen. But I don't think we're like 2.5, 3 years away, maybe, from this thing ever seeing the light of day. Does this make you feel better, Jay? Does this make you feel like you're going to see it eventually?
Absolutely. We'll probably see it. I thought there was going to be a trilogy. Then they said there was going to be a standalone. Then there was there's just terrible communication on what exactly we're going to see. But apparently she's going to build the Jedi Order. And whenever that day happens, but I gotta, man, Maggie Lovett, whatever her name is, she blocked me on Twitter because wasn't she the one that had a problem in the metaverse? Was that her, or am I thinking of somebody else? I could be wrong. There was one of these journalists that went into like the metaverse and she was harassed and it was a big problem. And I said something and she blocked me on Twitter. How dare she? But anyway,
I am blocked by her, but I don't know if it's anything I said. I don't know if she was the one who got digitally raped in the metaverse.
That's what I thought. I think it was her. I could be wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of things. But also, Daisy Ridley said something else too, that she is very open into joining the MCU. At this point, she just wants to work.
She's like, I've done my Young Woman of the Sea. I've done these things. I need one of these big roles again, please. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, see, so maybe we'll see her not only in Star Wars, but part of the MCU. That, then she could spend the rest of her life at Comic Cons, signing stuff. There you go.
What do you think the line would be like if Daisy Ridley went out to MegaCon or like whatever? She doesn't do that stuff too often, does she?
No, I think like the first year would probably be packed because the lines get flooded with like collector people that looking for autographs to make whatever, like movie posters and action figures. If they know that like an actor is only going to be there like once or twice a year, like the line for Brie Larson was massive. She hardly ever does those things. So the fact that she showed up, people came with like 20 things to sign in one shop. It was a constant and they were paying whatever.
I wish I could have been at that con, but it didn't work out.
She asked about you twice. Anyway, but it's like I think it would be pretty. I think it would be like the first few would be pretty a big draw just for collectors to get stuff signed.
Yeah, and she hasn't done it before. I'm sure there are people that would like it, but in general, the audience is not demanding a Rey movie. The audience doesn't want a Rey movie. The audience doesn't want, and it's nothing against Daisy Ridley personally. It's about the character and what they set up throughout the entire sequel trilogy. The miserable payoff that we got in Rise of Skywalker. No one wants to see this character anymore. And I think that Star Wars is committed to pushing it. They brought them up on stage at Disney Star Wars Celebration, both Rey and Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. Charmin Obaid-Chinoy is a woke activist freak who only cares about pushing propaganda, who is not going to go quietly into the good night if they decide to quietly fire and move away from the fat, woke, Muslim female director, right? Who just wants to make stuff about oppressed women. She's not going to go quietly in the good night.
No. And you're absolutely correct. They wanted this Rey character to be Anakin, Luke Skywalker level of popularity. They built the whole Star Wars hotel around Rey. That was the whole thing. Come hang out with Rey. They literally built Galaxy's Edge around Rey. For whatever it's worth. We were talking about theme parks. But she ain't it, man. She ain't it. Yeah, and it's not about Daisey Ridley. It's like terrible character development. So I guess we'll see.
We shall see if it ever comes to fruition.
Rey Skywalker. I mean, they did everything this just to make her like Luke. So
maybe they'll kill her. DD67 for 10. Which one had the most terrible end by Disney? Luke, Indiana Jones, Decker, Snowy White, Boba Fett, Leia. Well, we haven't seen Snow White yet, so
I'm gonna go with Luke.
I would say Luke Skywalker as well. Leia died in real life, so
yeah.
Even though it's not like I love what they did with her, but there's only so much you can do when something like that happens. But yeah, I would say Luke Skywalker. Mike Zero Source for 5. Ryan, are you doing a stream tonight? Also, did you get your VA rating done? I did not get my VA rating done. And I'm very busy this week. I probably will not be able to stream tonight because I'm streaming tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'll 100% be streaming Wednesday. But I don't know if I can make it happen tonight or not. I have a lot of things to do to get ready for a little move I'm doing. Health Minister of Belgium, fly, Eagles, fly. Mark of Reality for 2. Taylor's a solid 3, and the rest of them are worse. A 3, come on, man. A 3. Warren for 2. Elon changed his X name to Harry Balls.
He did.
Sounds about right. Derek PG Beller for 1. Jay, let us know when Park Hopping comes to Worlds of Fun in Kansas City. Would love to treat y'all.
Oh, I'd love to go.
And D Smart for $1. Okay, so who watching Fake Captain America this week?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm going to
on Valentine's Day, right?
I'm gonna go see if I can get my hands on a screener copy potentially or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I intend to watch it at some point, so we can review it. But yes, I definitely will be seeing it. I don't believe I'll be seeing it in a theater. Disney, they got me on that good list. Somehow I just end up with copies.
Is that this week, right?
That's this week. The only part is sometimes there's random gambling ads that pop up in it, and I keep wondering why Disney would send me this.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
You ever get the one where it's like it goes into like commercials from India?
Oh, yes.
Those are my favorite. You're like enjoying the static movie, and then all of a sudden, like they do a commercial from India, the country of India. That's like the greatest thing.
They're like wild. And it'll be like, it'll like zoom out like you're watching, like it'll start zooming out like they're watching that on a phone, and then it'll start running gambling ads for Indian websites or something.
That's how I saw the Marvels. I saw the commercials were more entertaining.
But I think, let me make sure that we're caught up over here. Yes. We're caught up over on Rumble and on Locals and everyone. And I actually streamed to the right Rumble today. So congratulations to me for not putting on Sports Wars again. But Jay, what do you got going on, man?
Just videos. We had our awesome critic list live stream last night. We went over Conan the Barbarian. A lot of people showed up for that. So that's pretty awesome. This coming Monday, we're going to be reviewing 3 Amigos. So we have a nice panel over on the Drunk 3PO channel. And that's pretty much it. Just doing videos.
There you go. Well, I will definitely be streaming tomorrow night on my channel. I don't know about tonight or not. Probably not. I got so much shit to do, but we shall see. Thank you to everybody in the chat. And thanks for all the people who are saying, hey, hi, awesome to see you guys in the meetup, because it truly is awesome when we get to see you guys there. And to everybody that's like shared pictures or whatever, if you tag us, we'll see as many as we can. I was Vagabond the Boond shared a picture of me and him. It's on my Instagram story. You guys can check it out. The audio
volume up, please.
volume up when you guys go check that out. But yeah, if we missed them, just tag us in that so we can see it, because we always love seeing you guys and us there. But all right, guys, that's it. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everybody.